Good morning, guys. Johnny, Mr. Forex. Just going to share the screen. And I'm going to have a little bit of fun the day before I've got to head out, okay? Just going to test on something. So what I've done is I've got the 15-minute, okay, prior to 8 o'clock, and I've marked up the 15-minute high to the 15-minute low, okay? Now, what I've done then is I've gone into 1 minute, and what I'm doing after 8 o'clock, I'm working upon if there's a high or a low made, okay? I'm waiting for it to break structure of one of those, and then we'll be putting on the fibs, and we'll be doing the 62 level, okay? And we'll wait for that separation candle before an entry. So again, we'll just let this play along. I'll go quiet for a minute. I'll take myself off the camera, and then we'll see what happens from there. Like I said, this here, that there was a high, because the one to the left, one to the right is broken. So I just do that. You're the first one, so you know it's out the way. That are broken. So I want this candle to not touch this, and then I'll be looking for a buy entry, and we'll see how we go with this as a new sort of style of method. So again, once we've had the touch to the top, this candle's got to close out. So at the moment, it's looking for a buy position, okay? In fact, we have broken structure. So now we've got to go up to here. Just follow price. And then it means we've broken the 15-minute as well. So we're just going to take this up to here. Right, so the next candle, this candle cannot touch this. It's also got to stay contained within the red and the orange. So we've got 50 seconds left, okay? So hopefully we'll look at a touch on either the orange or the red line. The system's just preferenced upon, there's a low here, there was a high there, the high was broken, okay? So that's the new high. We want this candle that's forming right now to be contained, like I say, within the fish tank area of that red and the orange. So again, we'll just keep an eye on the prices. 20 odd seconds left. Hopefully it's not going to break through it. And if it doesn't break through, we'll bring this over for the buy position. We've got 12 seconds left. At the minute, it's still contained. We'll see where we are. Right, so that's a separation candle there. I'm going to place a buy entry here. It's below the lows, and we're just going to look for a simple 1 to 1.5. Okay, that's what we'll target, 1 to 1.5, and then we'll work from there. Again, if this high gets broken, we have to look at the structure point of where the new low is, and then we'll work upon that as well. You'll see we can get some very, very quick scalps with this today. And we'll work this up until around about 10 o'clock this morning, I think. By that time, I'll have to head out. So here comes a push down. We'll just see if we'll get a touch into price. See, as we're coming up, could be forming a new low, like a lower low, because we've got a high. We could be getting a higher low, sorry. Again, we'll just watch for the price. Might get a touchdown and a spike in the range on this overall, in fairness. Is barely 5 or 6 pips. So again, we're looking for like a 1.5 to 2 pip SL to get around about 2 or 3 pips on the buy side, if that's the way we're going. Got to wait to see if the structure is going to be taken. 12 seconds. Looks like the structure might be taken. We do have a low here, so we might have to reset what we're doing here. Right, yeah, so we're going to reset what we're doing. Take this from here. I'm going to do this from here. Okay. Got a new structure high forming. So again, we'll just repeat the process. I'll get rid of this. So now we're just following price on a continuation, simply because we have taken this out. Okay, we've taken a high out there. So for me, so you see, we just keep the fibs in the buy model at the minute. So broken structure there. Shape of the magnet to a low point here. We'll see if this candle can stay within its structure, then what it means we can move this down here. Okay. We've got 23 seconds. So again, we will just be heading for a 1 to 1.5. 10 seconds. I'll get this ready again. Remember, this candle that's forming at the moment, just need a 1 to 1.5 to be fair. So now we've got a separation candle. We've got another breakthrough. So that's annoying. Again, we'll just follow a price. So got a new low formed. Okay. But we don't have a new low form because that the lowest 1,26657, 1,266. So it's equal low. Got a new push taken out. So we just took the top here. Excuse me. And again, we just follow price again. We just wait until we get a close of this here, you know, and then we'll get the separation candle. So just about following price, to be fair. Just while that's going on, I'm just going to take a look to make sure the London entry is setting up. Yep. Then we'll come back to the regular setup. So we're on the separation candle. This is called the separation candle because we got the structure high and the structure low. It's caught between the two. I need this to like I say, not touch in between here, then it means I can move this over there. Over there, there's the new candle. So there's the low. A 1 to 1.5. Let's see if we get the touch into this. Will it break that structure high again? Probably going to break the structure high, to be fair. Staying confined within it, to be fair. and a new candle. So that's 2 candles within that structure point. Pause the video in a minute. Like I said, I'll just follow price through, then I'll give you an update as and when. So again, that's broke through. So we get this out of here, we get this out of here, we follow price up. Get the new structure point. Bring this down. Again, we need the separation candle. We've got equal highs there. 35 seconds. About 25 seconds. We'll see what happens with this candle. I'll just get this set ready just in case. Again, a 1 to 1.5. So there's the separation candle. We might get an entry. We've got an entry there now. Let's just see if we get the 1 to 1.5 on this. If we have to put an X or if we can put a tick next to this. And just watch what it does. So there's the move up. See you guys. I'll pause the video just for a second or so and I'll follow the price on this. We'll see what happens with it. Just bear with me. So we've been testing along that entry line for the last 3 or 4 minutes. We are in a little bit of profit. I'm just going to see if it'll stick it out and get that 1.5 target. Again, I'll pause the video for 2 seconds. I'm just showing you where we are at the moment. Be back in 2 seconds, guys. All right, so that one knocked us out. Yeah, so what I'm going to do. Put this in here. Put this in here. Put this here. Move this over here. And get the tools ready. So now we've broken a structure low now. Okay, so I'm just going to put this here. We need the separation candle. Okay, so that means within 10 seconds, 12 seconds, this green candle cannot touch this. So I'm going to set this up so it's more or less ready. Okay, and we'll go for a 1 to 1.5, remember. See if we can get that entry. Again, we've so far lost 1. I'll put in here 1. 0. So just do that. We've got a tally count here, and then we'll see where we are. Again, if price breaks a structural here, we just take this away. And then we've got to wait for the new separation candle. So we'll just follow on price now. And in fact, we've got that lower high there. So this now is now going to be the separation candle. The green candle has got to stay away from that orange entry line, okay? And then if it does that, we can bring the cell P&L in, which is this here. Just bear with me, guys. 26 seconds. We'll get this sort of set up ready. I've got a feeling we're going to break structure again, to be fair. Yeah, it looks like we're breaking structure, so I've got to follow price again. Could that be an equal? We'll class that as an equal, guys. We'll look for that entry there. Okay. It's probably going to break the structure again, to be fair. We've got imbalances down here, both ends. We're down to this high and low where we structurally broke the high from here. This is the low, so this is going to be a stalling point. See, when you take liquidity, you've got a creation, so we're looking for a correction to come back into the entry. Let's see if we'll get that entry. Let's see if we'll get that entry. Make it 1 for 1. Let's have a quick check on no setups on this yet. And then I want to check on my C trader, the C trader bot. We're in profit on that. So now we've broken structure. So I was just teetering below it. I'm going to keep that as the trade. I'll see if this would have struck us in. I'm going to count that as equal lows, to be fair. So I'll pause the video. We'll be back in a second. We'll see if we'll get a touch into this. Right, so once again, we've broken structure. There is a lower high here, but by the time I do that, there's obviously not many pips, you know. So that one there, the structure high, this candle, you're looking at this. 1, 2, 6, 6, 8, 8, 1, 2, 6, 6, 8. Right, so we could stretch from here. Okay, so again, we're waiting for the candle after this one. We've got another minute and 5 because we're waiting for the next candle to not break this and not break this here. Get this bit ready just in case. Yeah, so we're all right there. Oh, 36 seconds left. Thirty seconds, and we're breaking structure again, guys. So again, we've got to follow price. Got to follow the price. Then seconds left of this candle, and then again, the next one cannot not break this or break this. 2 seconds, 1 second, right? It's a new candle. This candle here cannot break the red line, and it cannot break this or this. Okay. So let's use our text, and our text we do not want it to break. .38 seconds. So we'll get this line up ready, because obviously we need a 1 to 1.5. There's a 1 to 1.5. So if I put this on ready, yeah, it just means this candle cannot touch either side of these. At the minute, we've got 10 seconds left. See if we can get an entry on this one. Right, so that's the separation candle completed. So now we've got a setup. We just don't want that low to be broken. We want it to come back up into that magic orange line for an entry. And then we're set up for another trigger. If this does enter and it wins, it's a 1.5 win. Which it'll cancel out the loss, and it'll be 0.5% up. Okay, so we just got to wait and see what's going to happen on this. Again, I'm just going to move this into here. This into here, in this range. So we're just following the range. I'll pause the video for a second, guys, and see where we are in a bit. Right, so I'm having to follow the price now. Again, we've come at a lower high, a lower low, and we just haven't gotten that next entry yet. Just get a price down. We may have an entry in here shortly. To one, there's a 1 to 1.5. We're going to get a touch, because this here would have been a separation candle here. So that's the low. That's the separation candle. See, we'll get a touch entry now. There's a touch. I think we're entered. Let's see if we can get a 1 to 1.5 here now. And if you've noticed, we've come down into the imbalance now as well of this. So this range here, pre-market 80 is in balance here. For the guys that like to do silver bullet stuff, I just want to see if I can get this win on the board on this one. Just check my phone. what's the range on this? So it's like 2 pips for just over 2 point whatever pips for 3.3 pips. See if we can get that little drop down and get a win on the board and bring this to 0.5%, 0.5% for the win. And structure points, nothing's triggered on this. Let's look at the, so just the end profit still on the C trader. Come on, let's get that win. Let's get the win. Let's get that drop. So the goalpost is 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. That's when I generally do. So that's like, this looks like it could be the first win. Another little drop. Oh, has that dropped? I have to wait a minute. I'm not sure if that's touched that yet or not. I don't think it has. It's going to be a pain in the backside if this comes back out and wicks through that SL on the top. Right, there's a win. So we are officially 0.5% up because we're doing 1 to 1.5. Let's reset the game. Right, so now we've got a high here. We've got a low here. Point. So like I say, 1% lost, 1.5% won, so we're 0.5% up. So again, I would put that here. 0.5. I'll do that. Do that in green. So we're 0.5% up, guys. Let's just see what we're doing on here. So again, we did break the structure here. Okay, so technically this is a separation candle now. Okay. So it's broken structure again, so we'll just let this play through. So now we've got what? 10 seconds plus the next candle. So we've got a minute, just over a minute and 5 to see a separation candle play out. Or price down with it. So this here where it's green, just turning red now, that's a separation candle, and it looks like it's going to break it again. Double bottom. 40 odd seconds. Again, you can see here the order block. So it could just be tapping into this to go back up to take these highs, to be fair. But that's the nature of scalping. We're seeing if we can sort of scalp these, take of liquidity, creation of liquidity. It's only for like the 2 hours, which is between 8 and 10. So 15 seconds left. This could be looking for a sell for us. Okay. Let's place this into here. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, nothing's been broken either side. So now that's an official setup. We'll see if we can get another 1.5 win. See if we get a trigger point and a win. This would take that 1.5 win up to 2%. And we've broken structure again. So again, we go for a reset. Method in the madness with this, guys. We'll bring the high and low down to here now. We're breaking structure to the lower side. We'll just put this up here. And just place that there. So again, 17 seconds. Next candle will be the separation candle. Let's get this set ready. So I've got that set ready. Separation candle. So this candle here, that's forming, cannot touch that level above or the level below. So that's the orange line or the red line. Let's see if it can hold structure for 40 seconds. If it does, we'll bring the cell setup in. Twenty seconds. It looks like we're going to break structure, guys. We'll double bottom them. Still within structure, in my opinion. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5. We'll bring this into play just in case. Ready? Okay. Right, so we've got a setup here. Let's see if we'll get a trigger. Well, this one is a little bit, I'm curious with this one because we're within this range now, you know. Take it for 5 minutes. We're within the 5-minute range, you know, so this is interesting. If we get a touch entry, we might get a sweep of the bottom side of the sell side 5-minute range, and then we might go back to go towards a target to the buy side. Excuse me. Again, we'll just sit in the hands and wait. The only way this will get cancelled out is if that low gets taken. And it has. So again, we stick with the rules. We bring this back up. We follow price. We bring this down. We are massively oversold as well on the 1 minute. You can see here we did get a little bit of a spike here, which was this correction. So again, we're just going to follow price down, and we are heading out of this 5 minutes. So you've got to make a decision on this, but do you follow the trend of the buy sell off, or we just say this is going to be a sweep and there's going to be a continuation? Because when you look at this trend here, yeah, equal highs, break a structure, creation, break a structure, creation, break a structure, creation. But on the downside, what you're looking at on here as well, that was a fair value gap there, you know. So again, we'll take it back down to 1 minute. Just keep an eye on this. Yeah. And there's no rush with this because we are 0.5% up technically. So just bring these over to here so we can see it better. Yeah, so at the minute, like I say, guys, break here. I think this could be a sweep on the 5-minute range, to be fair. Yeah, we'll just follow the price. And then we wait for that separation candle. So Oh, dear me. So this is going to be the separation candle. We're into the next minute, so this is a new candle. We don't want it to touch that orange line, and we don't want it to break the red line. What we'll do is I'll wait until this one is either an entry or it's another fail. I'll pause the video, and like I say, we'll just follow on. I'll pause and stop and record as and when there's each section of the setup comes, okay? So again, 30 seconds left on this candle. 12 seconds, 10 seconds. This is going to break again. I can just sense it. Yeah, I want to bring this down to here, to be fair. 1 second. So we've got a setup potential. But again, guys, one and a half. That's it there. Like I say, I'll fall back on the preference of, I think that's a 5-minute sweep underneath here. The range, this range here, low, high, back down, swept the 5-minute low, high, low range. So this might spike back up, to be fair. There's still preference where I could go from a high, a low, high, and then continue down, to be fair. But at the same time, we'll see what happens. All on course for this 5-minute. See if this entry comes in. I'll pause the video. I'll be back in a second. We'll see if we'll get that touch entry. All right, okay, guys. So we stuck within the little bit of a range at the minute. So I'm just waiting for an entry to come in. Again, we are 1 for 1 because we're risking 1.5. For 1.5, we are at 0.5%. Okay, again, easy process, similar to what we're doing. We're looking at sort of areas of pre-market setups, like the 15-minute range, and then we're coming into 8 till 10 o'clock, and we're working on a 1-minute breakout and retest with a separation candle. Again, this looks like it's going to break the structure, and it has. So we just simply reset the game. Just doing this. I'm bringing this down to this low here. And I'm going to be following the price action on this. And this line here, guys, okay, it's going to be the low structure pre-market. So again, I'm just going to set up from here to this here. This next candle you're seeing now is a breakout candle, a separation candle, remember. Just try and keep everything signed in. Again, guys, like I said, we've got a breakout candle here, waiting for the separation of this is going to break again by the look of it. Okay, a little bit set up. So we have broke structure. Again, we're waiting for this candle now. As much as the 1 minute can be a little bit fast, again, because we've got method, structure, and processes in this, you're really only going to get 1 to 3 trades in a goalpost session, you know. So we've already got we've already got 2 trades. In fact, we lost 1 and we won 1. We're coming into the last hour, to be fair. So again, just follow the price. That's all you can do. Just follow price. And as we're coming down, we've got a new structure high here, to be fair. So again, that there will be the lower high. 1 to 1.5. Okay, so that's the separation candle there now. Okay, if this candle stays within the range here, okay, this would be an entry. If it touches the orange line, it's invalidated. So that is now invalidated that, because that was the low. Okay, so just need to take that away at the minute. Wait for this candle to finish. So we need a structure point broken again, to be fair, with that happening. Follow that lower high, I should say. So wait for a structure point to be broken again on a range. I'll pause the video while waiting until we get a structure break, guys. Okay, I'll be back in a short while. Okay, guys, so we have structurally broke a low. Okay, so we've got this here. So let's follow the price. Again, we're waiting for a separation candle. This is the separation candle now. So again, as per rules, fish tank style, orange and red, orange being the water ceiling, red being the bottom of the tank. With the fish, which is the candle, has got to be contained within the orange and the red. And then we move on to where there is a possible setup. Okay, so again, we'll get this 1 to 1.5 ready. So 1 to 1.5. 2 seconds. And let's see where, yeah, so we've got a setup here. Again, we cannot have this break this low. If we break that low, you have to follow the price again. So hopefully we'll get a return back. Remember what I said earlier, guys, this was the pre-market setup. We are sweeping that low now. So there could be a turnaround in price in a moment. But we'll just stick with it and we'll see what happens. I'm going to pause the video. I'll be back in a minute, see if we get this set up. And then I'll let you know if you've either failed and it's broken this low and we need to follow price again, or if we indeed get a setup. Okay, I'll be back in a short while. Once again, guys, we're broken structure. So again, we don't fret on that. We are 0.5% up at the minute anyway. So all we're doing is just going to follow price. Bring this down again. Structure wise, let's take a look. We're at the high. This candle here, 1, 2, 6, 5, 7, 2, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 2. So we could technically say that that's the high. Okay, so we'll bring this down to here. Follow price. Again, we're simply following price, guys. That's all we can do. We sit on our hands until there's rules are set. Rules are set for this. We'll just bring all of our variables in here, which is telling us how we're doing. Yeah, another break. As we just continue. Again, I'll pause the video. I'll be back in a short while. See if we get it. In fact, where are we at? So that's a break there. We're on this new candle. I'll pause the video. I'll be back in a short while. See if we can get a setup. So at the minute, we'll just wait for a minute, guys. Do apologize. So we've got a break. For me, this is a break, so we need a separation candle. After this candle, we do need a separation candle, okay? We're now officially at 9:15, 0.5% up. Three seconds left. Let's get this setup ready. One to 1.5. Again, this is the separation candle. So if this touches up here, or it breaks and touches this, it's an invalidated setup. Okay, we do need the air between the candle and the area for entries. It simply just allows us for a break and momentum, if that makes sense. That's entirely what it's for. Because it's pointless just going and following the candle straight up. We need a break of momentum. So, like in a time frame, like the fractal time, as I would say. So this looks as if it could be ready for an entry. Basically, going to take it back down to the liquidity side of this. So this is a setup. See, we'll get a touch entry. Again, we are sweeping that 15-minute low pre-market, remember. See, we'll get a touch into this. Seconds left of this candle. I'm hoping for a bit of a push up touch in for an entry, because if we can get this in and get an entry and get a successful trade, and grab that 1.5%, will be 2% up for the session. So we'll just wait and see. Again, we're entering with a new candle. 40 seconds left of this. I'll pause the video and I'll see where we are in a short while, guys, okay? So just bear with me. Right, so we are around about 1 pip away from an entry. Okay, 1 pip away from an entry, guys. We're on 1.26528, and the entry area is around about 12654. So we are like 1.3 pip away, 0.9 pip of away. We might get a touch into this now. This is going to be a successful tap. 0.3 of a pip away. Half a pip. In the last 10 seconds of this candle, we might get a pull away from this now. There we go, it's spiked away a bit. The last part of the session is always the last half hour. It seems to like sort of consolidate down, to be fair. I want to see a bit more of a push. We were basically 0.3 of a pip away from an entry. See if we can get this back up to 1.3 pip away now. Let's just see if we get that little surge up into that. I would like to think we can. There's some price inefficiency on the buy side here with the balance there, to be honest. So again, remember, we have swept that 5-minute low, guys. We have swept the 5-minute low. So the 15-minute, sorry, 15-minute range low. So I'm hoping that this isn't going to be sort of reversal on the higher time frame. just need to watch and be patient. So again, 2.4, right, so 0.8 pip of a weir, 0.4 pip of a weir. Come on, let's get a little tap into that. Again, it's struggling to get that 26540 area. And we do have imbalance within the drawdown allowance on this as well, to be fair. If this comes down and pushes through the lower lows, it'll be annoying, because, like I say, we'll have just missed out by 0.3 of a pip. RSI stochastic is overbought at the moment as well. If the blue line starts to push underneath the orange, then we know there's going to be like a sell-off coming. But it's struggling. You can see there a few dojis spinning top like hammer, then a doji in the middle candle, and then that the buyers are trying to push into that higher area, and they're just failing to do that. So because we've got like a pin bar here, see where the hammer at the bottom, so the price might be wanting to reverse down now because we've got a pin bar candle there. I'm just going to get a little wick up into the entry. "30 seconds left of this candle." You can see the indecision of what we're seeing on here, you know. Let's get this, the indecision. Look, might get that touch now. So we're 0.4 of a pip. 0.4. Come on, get a touch in. 0.3 of a pip. But I'm just looking at this. We need to get the 540, and we were 0.3 of a pip away. No, we're on about a full pip away. Frustrating. Still 0.5% up on the account from doing the session this morning, to be fair. So again, we're okay. Oh, dear me. Fridays are always a funny day to trade. First thing in the morning's not too bad. It's when it gets towards the afternoon, the markets will start to sort of deplete in the volume, ready for closing. Yeah, we're heading towards a good 2 pips away from that entry area. Another pin bar, the pin, so this is going to crash down shortly. And here it's starting already. Seeing that it's going to be a new candle in a minute, so we might get a bit more of a push. It's tried 4 times. Look, it's tried 4 times and it hasn't quite touched into that. That's annoying, very annoying. But again, like I say, we have a roadmap, we have a plan on why. You can see here, the blue now has come be below the orange. So like I said, we could get that sell-off. And there's the price efficiency between where that lower low is. There's nothing really fair value for it to head towards. So liquidity between the range here and here resides right on the bottom of this lower low. That makes sense. So if it is going to push down, it's going to want to take that liquidity, and then it might leave a little fair value gap behind during that like a dropping phase. But if we didn't get that entry there, then there was 0.03 of a pip away, under less than half a pip. We didn't quite get the touch. Like I say, the other reason why we could be in consolidation is because we've swept the 15-minute low, which is this here. So we might get a take of liquidity on the buy side and crash through and knock us out here and come back down into a fair value gap to target these higher highs up here. Bit of a ominous position we're in at the minute. But that's my thinking. If we crash through, if we get an entry, we crash through the SL, then there's going to be a fair value on the sell side to come and sweep into it to then target these highs, you know. So again, we're just sitting our hands, We do have the rules in for entry to get in. They're there to protect us more than anything, to be fair. So if they do go against us, we just know it's because the rules at field, and that's basically it, to be honest. But like I say, it's damn annoying when you come as close as that and being a 0.03 pips away. But again, it just shows how stringent this set rule plan is. Again, we are coming down hugely into the halfway point, and then it's going to head towards the oversold. Usually tired this one. I'll just take a look at what's happening on the 5-minute entry here. Have we got any entries? We haven't. Just looking at this. Strange. I'll pause the video for a second, guys. Let's come back on if we head back up into the entry area or we come to the breakout, okay? I'll not be long. Well, that didn't take long, guys. If only we had that touch on here. We were 0.03 of a pip away from an entry. Didn't tag us in, gutted, and we've now come down and broke the structure. So now we start a reset. Okay, so basically what we're looking at now is, bring this over here. We have broken the 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to make that an orange line for now. We have broken a structural low from here, so break a structure. So when we set this up high to the low, there's a 1 to 5 there. We're waiting for a separation candle after this one closes. So we're getting wider moves now, wider moves. So close the candle. This one here, again, is the fish in the tank. Tank being on the analogy, orange is the water level surface. Bottom of the tank is the red. This candle is the fish. We need the separation between the surface of the water and the tank. This just sort of breaks up the momentum of volatility. When we get that, we know price is contained within the tank, and then we just wait for the surface to be grasped with a bit of air from that candle, which is obviously the analogy is the fish, and then we're hoping for it to dive back down to the bottom of the tank. So again, we just sit in our hands. We've got 18 seconds of this candle. So again, this looks like it's going to be a setup. That'll be the 1 to 1.5. 3 seconds, 2 seconds is going to hold its structure. Yeah, so now we've got an official setup here. So we can come up and tag into this. So we round about 3 pips. Sorry, do apologize, tired. We need to get a 1.26499. Okay, we're on 26475. We just see if we get our push. I'll pause the video. I'll be back in a second. We just don't want the videos to run too long. I'll see if we come in towards an entry, but if we're going to take that low again. Right, so we could be grabbing an entry here now, guys. I'm still wary because we have swept the 15-minute pre-market. We're coming into the last 20 minutes of the setup again. We are at around about 1 pip away. It would be as close as 1 pip away from an entry there, and it's starting to drop off again. Go and tape that area, isn't it? I can see it. say the last 20 minutes. Last 20 minutes of the session. It's been a while since I've done the 1 minute scalper, to be fair. It'll be nice to get a nice 1.5 win to sort of elevate this up to a 2% gain for like the time allowance window. Even if we got an entry and it loses, we take that 0.5% gain to 0.5% loss. So we just take it into next week, you know. We'll take what we've done today into next week, and we'll see where we go from there. Like I say, that last range swing, I was a little bit gutted that we didn't get into an entry by that 0.03 of a pip. We're coming back up into 2.4 of a pip away, 1.4 of a pip away. And there we are. So again, we're underneath a pip, so we're 0.9 of a pip away from entry. Like I say, I'm watching the two prices here. So they're 99 and 87. If this goes to 89, it's 1 pip. And then anything above subsequently, there's 1 pip away. It's just, it's teasing. It's teasing to say the least. Come on. We do have a fair value gap left behind, so that's working in our favour, to be honest. So are we going to come up and touch into the fair value gap as well? That's the other thing. Just keep an eye on this. Again, we're coming up into the borders of being towards overbought as well. We're consolidating, as you know. Look at just how much that's respect on price. Look at this. Full candle wax, not much on wicks, you know, so we've got a bit of a railroad candle there where it's fully blocked. Certainly consolidating within that last, this candle here, you know, it's consolidating within that. Like I said, I go on the preference of that 15-minute low as being taken pre-market, so are we just setting up liquidity beneath that, ready to surge to the buy side? That's the worry on when we're in this sort of scenario where we've broken low underneath that 15-minute swing point. While that's going on, I'm just going to quickly check this. A little bit of profit break-even area. No entries on that at the moment. And again, we've got a touch entry on this. This is a few hundred quid up, which is the revision of the 8-year. And we'll be watching this as well to take a look. Just keeping an eye on this one at the minute. I'm going to pause the video again, guys, because like I say, we're consolidating. I'll come back when we head towards this off-week break. Okay, guys, we're making another surge. We're within 1 pip of an entry. This is possibly going to be the last sort of push to end the session, to be fair, because obviously after this, we'll be looking for a break of structure again. Again, it's messing around with what we're doing. Messing around. We're looking at these 2 points. We're 1 pip away, look. The blue line and the grey. It's just, there's another pin bar again. So that there, guys, this is a pin bar, okay? So buys have tried to be in control, but the sellers have pushed. That's a reversal candle. So price is going to want to push back down again in a minute. You watch. Price will probably break below here now. That there where the blue arrow is, it's what we call a pin bar candle. Yeah, been consolidating for some time. On top of that, again, that pin bar is just going to tell me price is going to want to push. Okay, we've got liquidity at the minute, all residing on there. a load of liquidity. So again, we might get push down, take people out, and then get a sweep of the liquidity low underneath that 15-minute swing bit here. And then we might crash to the buy side, to be fair. It's gearing up to want to be doing something like that. You know, so again, we're just keeping a keen eye on things. And again, we're heading into 13 minutes to 10. I'm going to give this until just after 10 to, if no entry sort of shows itself, then I'm going to close the session off for the day. We'll be 0.5% up. We'll be 0.5% up, and then we'll take it from there. So again, I'll pause the video at the minute, just to sort of close what I'm looking at the minute. We were around about a pip or so away, as you say, 8.99's the entry. So that candle there was around about a pip away. It's coming down and it's building liquidity here. So it's either going to want to crash through. We've had a pin bar, okay? It's either going to want to take the liquidity here and then come up to the buy side, which we need to wait and see. Could have 10 to 10. I'll be back in a short while, guys. Again, guys, price has been within 0.6 of a pip. 0.6 of a pip for entry. Am I liking the look, I should say? Am I liking the look of this for an entry and sort of target them lows? Not really, because we are at the end, towards the end of the session. And like I said, it's we've got a lot of liquidity on that sell side, to be fair. We'll give this another minute or so. I'll just see what happens with this 1 minute candle. Then I'll make the decision whether to close it off at being 0.5% to the good. 14 seconds left of this candle. Okay, so this will be the decider if it's going to get a touch entry. 7 seconds. So we'll get a touch on here. And the fact I'm going to call it there, guys, okay, we're too close to the end. I'm calling it out there. So at the minute, we are 0.5% up, okay, for the day, for this session. Okay, guys, I'm not going to risk going into the last 10 minutes waiting for an entry. So what we've got so far, the conclusion, what we did was we got our goalposts 8 till 10. We looked at the 15-minute swing, low to high pre-market. We worked upon that range there. They're our boundaries for the 1 minute, because when we sweep the high or the low of those areas, okay, we are tend to expecting a reversal on that higher time frame. We worked within that area and looked at a range. We got 2 setups. Okay, generally you'll get 1 to 3 setups in that goalpost range. And what I found with that is I lost the first one, and the second one came in. We are going on a preference of 1 to 1.5. We lost the first one, so that's 1% down. Second one came in, entry, bish bash bosh, winner, 1.5 win. That 1.5 win cancels out the 1 loss, okay, and then it leaves us with a 0.5% finish. Okay, so again, looking at this still wouldn't have ended anyway. So 0.5% up on the day. Happy days. I'm happy with that. And we'll take this going into next week, and then hopefully we can do some recorded sessions and things like that as well. In the coming weeks, I will be moving house, and I will have a proper office and all that within that new property. Okay, so I'm looking forward to that as well, and getting back down to the basics and doing what I do best. Okay, so again, 0.5% up for today. See you all later. Have a great weekend.